Welcome back to Window Seat Stories. We just spent the last few days living in the fast lane in Tokyo, exploring everything from the massive floors of Itoya to the glowing heights of Tokyo Tower. As much as I loved the city lights, I was ready for a change of pace. Japan is full of contrasts, and it was time to trade the modern bustle for the classic, quiet beauty of Kyoto. We were running a little behind, so we hopped into a cab to make our train. Our driver was incredibly polite, and we actually had a fun time using Gemini to bridge the language gap, translating back and forth as we sped toward the station. It was the perfect, spontaneous start to the next leg of our trip. Arriving at the station, the atmosphere changed instantly. I had heard so much about the Shinkansen, but nothing prepares you for the reality. Seeing that sleek, ultra-fast bullet train waiting on the platform was a highlight I'll never forget. Stepping inside, everything was so organized and quiet. The transition from the platform to the train felt seamless. Once we were moving, it was pure amazement. The speed, the gentle hum of the journey, and the beautiful, clear announcements over the speaker. As we watched the landscape blur past, I couldn't stop recording. It was fascinating to see the urban sprawl of Tokyo slowly give way to the lush, blooming greens of the countryside, with cherry blossoms lining the canals and parks in every direction. It was a completely different side of Japan, and it was breathtaking.
ご利用になりました環境リクライニングはお手数ですが元の位置まで戻していただきますようご協力をお願いいたします。京都を出ますと次は新大阪に停まります。ご乗車ありがとうございました。京都に到着いたします。お出口は左側です。リニアストップや京都ステーション、ザ・ドアード・ザ・ネクスタイルオープン。
対応終了。217、11号車対応終了。了解。お客様にお願いします。お見送りは足元黄色い電池バラクの内側まで下がってお見送りお願いします。出発です。
Family 17号博多駅へ発車いたします。ダブル to be party. Track number 14, Nozomi, bound for Hakata, is now departing. Please stand clear of the closing door. ドア閉まります。ドアクロージング。
ドア閉まります。あとよし。
Stepping off the train in Kyoto, I was immediately struck by the station. Kyoto Station isn't just a transport hub, it's a masterpiece of modern architecture. We even caught a glimpse of the iconic Kyoto Tower standing proud against the sky. It's absolutely huge, featuring sleek geometric glass designs and an incredible verticality that feels like it's reaching for the sky. The best part, it's a city within a city. It's packed with hidden stores and incredible restaurants, all built right into the structure of the station. We stepped out and took a cab toward our accommodation, and the contrast to Tokyo was instant. The traffic vanished, replaced by quiet, narrow streets and ancient shrines tucked between modern buildings. The city felt peaceful, calm, and deeply rooted in its own rhythm. When we finally arrived at our place, I was speechless. We had booked a traditional ryokan, and the construction was unlike anything I had ever seen. The wood, the layout. The craftsmanship, it was so authentic and photogenic that I couldn't put my camera down. Inside, there were no beds. Just beautiful traditional mats laid out on the floor. Everything about this stay was intentional. Yes, the accommodation was a bit of an investment, but walking through those halls, feeling the tradition in every corner, it was worth every single cent. It wasn't just a place to sleep, it was an experience. During our 4 days here, we really took the time to slow down. One of our first stops was back to the Kyoto station to try Uno ramen. One of our first stops was back to the Kyoto station to try Una ramen. As vegetarians, finding a world-class vegan ramen made with a rich, savory soybean broth felt like hitting the jackpot. If you're ever in Kyoto, do yourself a favor and find this spot. It was, without a doubt, the best ramen of our entire trip. After a long day, we decided to take a late-night walk through the quiet streets of Kyoto. It was a complete shift from the busy energy of our time in Tokyo. The city had a different rhythm here, and we quickly noticed how early things shut down. It seems like everyone in Kyoto hits the hay early, because by 6 p.m., the streets were incredibly peaceful and quiet. Walking under the moonlight was such a serene experience, especially seeing the traditional buildings, bathed in that soft, nocturnal light. There is something really special about how the warm, glowing lanterns contrast with the deep night sky and the silence of the empty streets. It felt like we had the entire city to ourselves, and it was the perfect, calm end to our day. If you enjoyed coming along on this walk with me, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It really helps support the channel and keeps me motivated to keep sharing these travel stories with you. If you've ever been to Kyoto or if it's on your bucket list, drop a comment below and let me know your favorite spot.